I'm going live. And we welcome you, sports fans, to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local schools. I'm Terry Ross along with Caleb Franklin. We're coming to you live from U.S. Cellular Park in Medford, Oregon. And this is the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. And today we'll be looking at St. Mary's taking on Cascade Christian in boys soccer. And we're presently going to be doing senior night. They tell us there are 3 seniors on the St. Mary's team that will be honored, as this will be their last, well, quote-unquote, home game. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Medford School District and our participating community business partners. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support, and you can support Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Table Rock Sports, and then click on the red subscribe button. We're waiting here just momentarily. They wait until the people down on the field tell us that they're ready to go ahead and do this. The ones that will be honored, and I probably shouldn't even try to say their name. I should just let the PA guy do it for me. But the ones that will be honored will be Tung J. Deo, Oliver Janes, and Luke Binion. Those are the 3 seniors here on senior night. St. Mary's comes into this game 3-3. And the Cascade Christian Challengers are 4-0. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get around to Bill's Glass Coach's Corner. Don't want to get into anything we shouldn't get into because I'm not sure exactly when they're going to start the festivities. They said 3:45, but so now it's going to be 3:50. So. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do here. We'll just let you know that you're listening to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, a presentation of TableRockSports.net, and we'll be right back with more from U.S. Cellular Park. Gary Wheeler Field is where we're at tonight as we get ready for boys soccer.
By Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
U.S. Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at MyCircleK, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with MyCircleK, powered by GP Energy.
And we'll welcome you back to U.S. Cellular Park, Gary Wheeler Field, where St. Mary's Crusaders are preparing to take on the Cascade Challengers. And we welcome Challenger viewers, as this is also being streamed for Cascade Christian. We're waiting momentarily. They are going to bring the seniors across the field to be introduced with their parents. And now they say they're ready to go, so I'll let the PA take over.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Senior Day for the home team St. Mary's Crusaders boys soccer. There are 3 seniors being honored today. Our first senior is Luke accompanied by his parents, Ted and Christy Binion. Luke says that his best St. Mary's sports moment was winning the first game of state in basketball. His favorite hobby outside of sport is playing board games. His plans for next year are to attend Brigham Young University and major in business with a minor in human relations. Our second senior is Tung Jae Dow. He's accompanied by his coach, Harrison Lee. Tung's best St. Mary's sports moment is playing alongside with Will and Chris Cranenberg. His favorite hobbies outside of sports, playing guitar, games, and programming. Plans for next year are to go to the University of Cincinnati and study computer science. Our third senior is William Cranenberg, accompanied by his parents, Amy and Andy Cranenberg, his brothers, Christopher and Frederick, his grandfather, Larry Butler. Will's best St. Mary's sports moment, making the soccer state semifinals his sophomore year with the #1 ranked team in the state. His favorite hobbies outside of sports are playing and composing music on the piano and raising his Nigerian dwarf goats. His plans for next year, he is not committed to a specific school yet, but he is planning on studying international business and economics. Congratulations to the St. Mary's seniors.
And with that, we will head to the Bills Glass Coaches Corner right after we take this time out as you listen to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, a presentation of TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bills Glass. Having new windows installed by Bills Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bills Glass show you what you've been missing. Bills Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bills Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
If you're a coach or plan to be a coach, what kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
And we welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, here presented on TableRockSports.net. And it's time for Bill's Glass Coach's Corner. Coach's Corner is brought to you by Bill's Glass, which is the clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. Locally owned, family run. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. It's an interesting matchup today. The St. Mary's Crusaders come in 3-3 overall, 3-1 in league play. Meanwhile, Cascade Christian is 4-0 both overall and in league play. Cascade Christian has played really good defense in that they have allowed only 2 goals all season long, in spite of the fact that they're playing a freshman in the goalie position. But he's had quite the season so far for the Crusader, or for the Challengers. Meanwhile, the reason it gets interesting is that the St. Mary's Crusaders are a good scoring club. They have been able to put up, I don't have it right here in front of me, but I think they've scored like almost 3 to 4 goals a game and getting up to this 3-3 record, 3-1 in league play. And so they've had good success at scoring, and now you've got a really good defensive team out there. It'll be interesting to see which one takes over. St. Mary's has dominated the series throughout the years. Assistant Jim McCoy for the Cascade Christian Challengers was up here in the press box just before the game, reminding us that indeed St. Mary's has dominated this over the years. Last couple of years, Cascade Christian has had the better of it, and so they're hoping that that will be the same result today. The official is now approaching the middle of the field, and teams have been told to break it up and let's begin, and so out on the field they will come. We have the Cascade Christian Challengers starters for you. They'll be starting a senior Levi Marinkus. They will have senior Anders Malecki, Levi, I forgot how you say, I have to say these names here. Sapati, he's a senior. They will have a senior in Nathan Spurlock, a senior in Ryan Kroll, a freshman in Michael Melvin, no, he's not starting. I got that wrong. A freshman in Dylan Westlake. And we'll get the rest of this for you as we go along, as right now they're ready to kick this thing off. So we'll see what goes on. Maybe we can catch the rest of it here for you. Nikhil Joseph, he's a freshman. Brandon Parker, a junior. Johnny McCoy, a senior. And Solomon Hewitt, a senior. So Cascade Christian has quite a few seniors out on the club, or out on the field, and they start off with the ball. We'll try to catch the St. Mary's starters for you as we can. We see Choi Jun out there. And I also am catching Ben Lee as Cascade tries to work this. They've got it in midfield now, trying to take it down, but back out and let's start over one more time. But that's taken away by Kronk. And now a long boot down to the other end of the field, but Cascade's going to get to that one first. Now they'll have to work it back. Coach McCoy was telling us that part of the good defense is that some of these kids have played football and didn't turn out for football this year, but they're just good defenders, and they have a good instinct for the ball. McCoy had it there for a moment. He boots it way downfield, but that's going to be taken out by Limley. And here comes Cascade right back with it. McCoy has it. He's dribbling. He fires on goal, and he scores. So there's a goal Just like that. And I didn't start my clock, Caleb. I'm going to start it now. We'll be a couple of minutes off. Just a few seconds. You got to wake me up here, young man. But just like that, with probably about 39 to go, McCoy scores for Cascade Christian. There it is, sitting down long again. This time St. Mary's is on it, and knocking that over there to the goalie was Cranenberg, but no harm done as Westlake was able to handle that easily. And now here we go, offside. Offside on St. Mary's, so Cascade will take it. Kind of surprising that McCoy scored on that goal here. Now here, oh, set it up for Marinkus, but Limley gets to the ball before Marinkus does. But it's kind of surprising that it scored. It looked like Limley had an angle on that ball. It must have just skipped along the surface on this turf. It'll do that sometimes, and next thing you know, it was in. Lee with it at midfield. Still has it on the dribble. Gets it over to Choi. Now they'll work it out to the far left side of the field. Here comes St. Mary's again, but there's not going to be any shot. Getting there was Spurlock to knock that one away. And out of bounds, so St. Mary's to inbound it. They're on the far, far side of the field right now. We're not big enough to do this like Major League Soccer and set up a camera over there. And they're going to send this back to Westlake, and Westlake will set it up for his player. Has Spurlock with it. He's going to boot it out of there. He didn't get great foot on that one. St. Mary's is all over it on the Cascade side of the field. Here's Binion. He'll send it off to the middle, but nothing doing. Cascade will grab it. McCoy sends it ahead. And nope, no shot that time. St. Mary shuts it down, trying to center it, but cannot. They'll set it up again. This looks like Melvin out there. And in the middle goes Marinkas, heads it, but Limley grabs that. And he's going to fire it and throw it downfield this time. St. Mary's will work at setting it up. Johnson has it. Back the other way we go. Another shot on goal, but Limley bats this one down. It's a pity. I think I got that right. Close anyway. apologize to the parents. Work with these names sometimes as it goes out of bounds. St. Mary's direction. Work with these names sometimes. We see them, like once. And we try to memorize them quickly, but sometimes the memory's not as good as one would like. Johnson will inbound it again. One nothing game. And we have approximately 34 and a half to go. Here's the race is on now, and Cascade is going to get there. No, St. Mary's is going to keep control. And then it's punched away. Punched away that time by Parker. As Lee was trying to advance it towards the middle, but there's Marinkas heading it away. Here comes the challengers again. Punched away one more time, though. This time by Kronk. And now the other way. It was a nice backward kick. Over the head kick that time by Binion. Fans down below trying to encourage the team to get a foot into this thing. St. Mary's hasn't had a decent shot yet on goal. By that I mean one that you would consider to be an absolute threat to maybe go in. There's a good advancement. Nope, they're going to call offside. I don't like the call down below. They said it was a pass through. The official didn't see it that way. So Spurlock will, the officials are going to confer. Today's game is brought to you in part by My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins with My Circle K. And so here we go back at it again. I don't think anything persuaded anybody's mind there about whether it was offside or not. They stayed with the call. Hewitt trying to get it downfield, couldn't. Gets it to Marinkas, and it goes the other way quickly. Hewitt will chase it down for Cascade Christian. He and Joy going at it. Right now, it's just a major defensive struggle. That one goes out of bounds off of Cascade Christian. Melvin trying to track it down, but couldn't get there. So St. Mary's inbounded, but it's just and now they're going to give it to Cascade Christian. A violation on the inbound pass. But this is just a defensive struggle at midfield right now. Binion will take the kick. He'll send it way deep. The only one that's there is Westlake, and Westlake sends it back to midfield where we have spent most of the first half. Ahead to Marinkas. Marinkas needs to get it centered up, though. He gets it stopped and back out on top. Crowell trying to do something with it, he and Melvin. St. Mary's has it pretty well covered right now. There's a shot, a long shot that time by Hewitt. Went left of the goal. Really didn't have much of a chance. I don't think that one could be considered much of a threat either, but it's a shot on goal nonetheless. So Hewitt will cut it off, and the Cascade will apply pressure one more time. Trying to work his way around, fires this one, but Limley grabs it on the right side of the goal. Punts it away. St. Mary's is having trouble just advancing the ball effectively anyway, past midfield. There they have advanced it again, but it's going to go out of bounds and be Cascade Christian ball. All right, now the defensive Cascade Christian showing up. Both of these teams have thin benches, to say the least. Well, if they get in trouble and need substitutes, there's only 2 subs for Cascade Christian. Down into the left corner for Cascade. As Cascade, as you can see, is going left to right across your screen. There's a shot, but it's knocked away. Melvin with a shot, but Limley bats that one down before it can do any harm. The Cascade Christian has it right back. And the pressure continues to be on them. This one will go over the end line. See a pity trying to chase that one down. Now he'll knock it out of bounds. There's another shot. That one's way wide to the right side. So Limley will put it on the ground and boot it out of there. It's a decent day for soccer. You can probably see it's a little cloudy, overcast here in the Rogue Valley area. We had sunshine going for us a little bit, but I don't know where it's went. Although to my left, as I look out the window, I can see some blue sky, but it's mostly obscured by clouds. Here's Limley going to, no, it's going to go over his head, but wide. Oh, that was close. Ah, my. That took an AstroTurf bounce over Limley's head and for a moment was rolling right towards the goal. But went wide eventually. Cascade Christian really has the pressure on St. Mary's right now. As we say, they're not, St. Mary's is getting the ball past the midline, the midfield, but not effectively. It's mostly just being chased down by Cascade Christian players at the moment. Here's a little bit of a one. Binion trying to do something with it. A little good little footwork. He boots it way down the right side, and there's a shot, but that's going to go way wide of the mark. I think it looked like that was Noah Friesen with that shot. So here comes Cascade right back at it again. Tell you, it's been nonstop action. Sometimes you get a lot of out of bounds or something, but now they've kept the ball inbounds and going. There's McCoy, gets it over to Melvin. Melvin trying to get it ahead, can't do it. And now they're looking way down, but St. Mary's takes it. And we have offside. Cascade Christian. Fans, you can help keep Table Rock Sports in the game by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Search Table Rock Sports at youtube.com. Click on the red subscribe button, and that will help us continue to cover the action. Melvin gets it right back out there, and here comes Cascade again. St. Mary's takes it away. Let's see if they can do something with it. Binion. He saved it. Now he takes it and he fires it downfield, but there's nobody there, with the exception of Westlake. Melvin will send it back. Hewitt will work at it. There's Marinkas, but Marinkas can't do anything. No whistle. He's looking for a whistle. He didn't get one. Cascade's going to chase that one down too. Spurlock will send it back the other way as McCoy gets it to Marinkas. Marinkas sets up, tries to go to the middle and get it there. Now they got to reset. Melvin with it. Into the middle. No, there's going to be a foul as Crowell tried to advance. Nope, they didn't call a foul. Play on, they say. No damage. And there's a really, really long kick by St. Mary's. And they're outraced to the ball. Here comes Cascade back the other way. I don't know if that's just part of the strategy or if that's just the way it's going, but St. Mary's is sending the ball way, 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 way long. I mean, 30, 40 yards at a time. There's nobody even there. Marinkas, he'll lose it. St. Mary sends it up ahead. Now there they go. There's another pass that's going to be long and taken away by Cascade Christian. Westlake. Melvin's going to save it. It's a good save by Melvin. He'll send it back to Parker. McCoy gets it ahead. There's Marinkas. Fires, but it's wide. Just wide left that time. Cascade keeps getting good pressure. That's going to go out of bounds. St. Mary's. Ball. Joseph was riding that one out. There's McCoy to Marinkas. Marinkas is way out, though. He'll stop it. Center it. Now, was aiming for McCoy, but couldn't get it to him. St. Mary's was there for that one. This has turned into quite the defensive struggle, although St. Mary's would probably prefer that the game is played a little more on Cascade Christian's side of the field. as most of the action in the first half has taken place on St. Mary's side. St. Mary's has yet to have a really good shot on goal. Cascade Christian has had a few. Here we go again. Long kick. Trying to chase it down is freezing for St. Mary's, but can't do so. Cascade Christian comes away with it. McCoy dancing his way through. Now he's going to fire it. And it'll go out of bounds. And there's a that'll go to Cascade Christian. So Cascade Christian, oops, Reason knocks that one out of bounds. Melvin will. No, I thought Melvin was going to inbound it, but he'll give it up to Parker. Gets it into Spurlock. Back to Melvin. Oh, back out of bounds again. Hewitt trying to get it to Melvin that time. Couldn't do it. Parker will inbound. Couldn't get the pass complete. Binion takes it for St. Mary's. Gets it back to the middle of the field, but Spurlock heads it off. Johnson ridden off the ball. That's Marinkus with it for Cascade Christian. In the middle to Melvin. Melvin tried a shot, but it was blocked before it went anywhere. There's a long pass again by St. Mary's, and nobody there, so they'll just, Cascade will send it back to Westlake, who gets it back out. Here comes the challengers again. We find ourselves below 17 and a half to go, first period. Binion with it. This might be their best shot. Here we go. He's going to fire, and that's going to go way off the mark. Didn't even make the goalie work for it. Take time to please thank our great sponsors who make this great high school athletic action available for you, including our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler. Visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. And we have some substitutions going on. It looks like Deo is in. Here comes Cascade one more time. Melvin with it. Binion will fire it away down the field. There's a man there for St. Mary's, and that's not going to be much of an anything. A goal or a corner kick coming up for St. Mary's. We'll see. They'll try to move this to the center, but Marinkus is right there to head it away. Back it goes the other way, though, quickly. See if St. Mary's can't get this centered again. Possibly. And thought I heard a whistle there, but I did not. Lockwood has it. Lockwood got it out to the middle, though. Now Cascade Christian takes over. And Tran will just knock it out of bounds. Foul. Binion was fouled, tripped up. He's back up. Appears to be okay. And now there's going to be a stoppage while the official checks on Binion. In fact, Binion's going to have to go all the way to the bench. See if they're going to have to substitute for him. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. Binion being waved back in, so is that Binion? Or is that 14? That looks like maybe, yeah, it's Binion. So, whatever happened wasn't that big of a deal, apparently. Johnson with the kick. Friesen managed to give it off to Cranenberg, but went out of bounds before Friesen could catch up with the return pass. There's McCoy into the middle. Melvin over to Marinkas. They can't do anything with it, though. Cascade Christian in the white uniforms is continuing to just put pressure on. They're doing it by having their offense do really well down at the other end of the field. Hewitt, he's down the sideline. Watch, see if he tries to get it into. He does, but that's not going to work out. Hewitt tried to center that thing that time, and he couldn't quite get enough on it. And St. Mary's knocks it out of bounds, and it'll be another goal kick. The Medical Eye Center of Medford is helping bring you today's actions. They have a wide range of eye care services for the whole family. Visit medicaleyecenter.com to learn how they might help your vision needs. Corner kick for the challengers. Into the middle it goes and way over the goal. Limley set to kick it out of there as we now are down to 11 and a half minutes to go. First half, still a 1-0 score. Cascade Christian scored early and within the first minute by McCoy, but that's all the scoring there's been since then. Marinkas on the fly. He has it. Fires. And that one's no good. That one's over the goal. Limley will grab it and set it up and kick the thing out of there. Jim McCoy was telling us that the one thing that, as Marinkas goes out, that the one thing that Cascade Christian has done well is get shots on goal. Unfortunately, they're not converting very many of them, or at least he indicated maybe not at the rate that they would like. So, end of the game is Willis. Marinkas out, Willis is in. Johnson. He'll kick it. Oh, Binion had it and then lost it. St. Mary's to inbound. So the lead pass. As I say, it's just a bit of a defensive struggle, most of it taking place on St. Mary's side of the field. As Cascade Christian has just had it over on the Crusaders' side a lot. Trying to talk and do something else here. Hewitt to inbound it. Gets it to Melvin. But neither team able to really advance the ball and get what you would call quality shots on goal. Spurlock has it taken away by Binion. Binion trying to get it a second time, but can't do it. There's a way ahead. Friesen, and there'll be an offside. So they'll have to come all the way back with 8:20 to go. Set this thing up again. Parker. Nope. Turns out Spurlock kicks it to McCoy, who's dribbling down, and he'll send it out of bounds. And into the corner it goes, and it'll be a Cascade Christian ball. Corner kick coming up for the, nope, that's wrong. He's not going to do a corner kick. And St. Mary's will take it. Went over the end line that time, and so they'll come back and set it up on their own. Limley with it. Let's see what he decides to do. It looks like he's going to boot it, but will he go short or long? It went short over to Johnson, who got ridden off the ball. Hewitt fires a goal on goal, but Limley to the ground to stop that one. Then Melvin takes the kick. Here comes Cascade right back at it. They have been the aggressor today. They've been on the attack all day on the St. Mary's side of the field. And there will be another corner kick, maybe, because they shouldn't talk so fast. Spurlock comes up. All right, who's coming out? That looks like Willis is coming out, indeed, and Marinkus is back in. Binion fighting to get the ball, just can't quite come up with it. Cascade keeps control. There's a header situation. Cascade wins. And now they're going to call a foul on Friesen. Nope, take that back. They're going to call a foul the other way. It's on Melvin. Westlake jumps up and takes that ball just in case it decides to bounce on the turf. He's taking that away is Cranenberg, but now McCoy has it back. for St. Mary's. He sends it ahead. And into the middle it goes. Again, another shot, but well off the mark that time by Cascade Christian. Continue to run time off. We're below 4.5 to go. 4:26, 25, 22 now. So 4:22 to go. First half, 1-0. Cascade Christian. And they are putting heavy pressure, and that's in. There's another one. That one is by Saya Pity. I'm going to apologize if I don't get his name right there. Saya Pity, as he put that one in with about 4 to go. So Cascade Christian has a 2-0 lead at the moment here in the first half. The official says, let's get it on. He looks at his clock. We're down to about 3:20, more or less. There's Marinkas way down there in the corner. Tried to center. Still has it. Looking to center it. Gets it to Melvin, and Melvin pops it up. Limke right there to get that one. Limley right there. Cranenberg. It's 2 Cranenbergs. This is the Christopher one. Over to Friesen. Trying to get that ahead, but McCoy will take it, send it back to his goalie, Westlake, and Westlake will boot it out of there. Although Friesen will control. Say it's Cascade Christian ball. Fans on this side of the field not so sure about that one. There's McCoy. Ahead to Marinkas. Marinkas into Melvin, and then is taken away. Parker couldn't do anything with it. So we'll go back to our defensive struggle, which is what we've had going here for most of the first half. Our clock shows about 1.5 minutes to go. Of course, soccer fans know the official time is kept on the field, and the official time is an official secret. So we have no idea how much time is really left. Melvin gets it ahead to Marinkas. Marinkas has it under control. He'll stop. He'll boot. And it'll be no good. Cascade Christian will give it up as Limley will try to get that ball out of there and see if, being down to 40 seconds, if St. Mary's can't just make sure nothing else happens. Friesen tried to control it, and now St. Mary's will send it the other way as Christopher Cranenberg sends it down there. And this will go out of bounds. And we have another little stoppage, as there's a discussion going on between Parker and the official. Wasn't much of a stoppage, though, as what do we have here? The official is saying, I wasn't quite ready for that. Send it back. So we're on to the what they call the play on time since we've hit double zeros. Now back the other way. Give it back to St. Mary's. Well, now the official blows the whistle, and he says that we have arrived at halftime. So as we look at the John L. Scott scoreboard, it shows that we are at the half and at halftime. Cascade Christian leads this one 2-0. We invite you to stay tuned for the halftime report brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department and PlayMedford.com. Programs, sports leagues, and activities for everyone in the family are starting up again. Visit PlayMedford.com to learn more. You're listening to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, a presentation of TableRockSports.net. We're at halftime, and the John L. Scott scoreboard reads at halftime, Cascade Christian 2, St. Mary's nothing.
In our store is that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got grand champion, and today I got reserve grand champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherm coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
And we welcome you to the SportsMedford.com halftime report, brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Youth and adult sports leagues and tournaments are back on. To get in the game, visit sportsmedford.com, where you can learn about leagues and sign up. As you can see by the John L. Scott scoreboard, Cascade Christian leads this one by a count of 2-0. They scored early on when Johnny McCoy scored with just about 1 minute gone in the ball game. He shot it from quite a distance. It looked like Limley had an angle on it, but it skipped and managed to find its way into the corner of the goal, and it was quickly 1-0. And then with about 4 minutes to go, let me look at his official name here. Levi Ciapiti also scored, and that made it 2-0, and that's all the scoring we've had here in the first half, as it's been more or less of a defensive-minded game. A lot of just going back and forth at midfield. I'm sure that the coaches are probably happy about the great defensive effort, but we haven't had a whole lot of offense going for us. When we come back, we'll talk about other things going on around as you're listening to the SportsMedford.com halftime report. As you're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, a presentation of TableRockSports.net.
Get from here to there. By using public transit, bicyclists can go farther, save money, and improve the environment. RVTD, here to get you there.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind, or discovering a place that feeds your hunger, where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore? So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
You need to get from here to there. Using public transit to get to and from work gives you peace of mind and can save you money. RVTD, here to get you there.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, a presentation of TableRockSports.net. The John L. Scott scoreboard shows that at halftime it's a 2-0 lead for Cascade Christian. Next broadcast, that at least that I'm involved in, comes on Friday night. Sutherland will be in town to take on the St. Mary's Crusaders. And so we'll see what Sutherland brings with them, and we'll look forward to that as we get ready here to begin the second half of this ball game. And St. Mary's now will go over from left to right, and they will begin with the ball. Here come the officials. Fist bumps all the way around. So we'll see what St. Mary's can get done. Cascade has tied them up defensively here in half number one. We'll see what they can get done here in just a moment. The officials are getting themselves aligned. And he says, let's start. So we'll start the clock. Well, we won't start the clock. I thought I put 40 in, but we'll let it go. We'll just kind of guess at the time. And here we go. Cranenberg with it. Well, they're trying to get that out of their side. St. Mary's is trying to get out of their side of the field. Finally, they get it sent downfield. That's a number we don't have, number 28. We didn't check with them on all their numbers today. There's a pass that gets by everybody. It'll be chased down by Hewitt. And out of bounds. St. Mary's ball. We're watching Cascade Christian, and again, we're in this midfield struggle. St. Mary's is feeling probably a little better about it because most of the action is from midfield right on down to Cascade Christian's side of the field. But Cascade Christian now is getting a little bit of an advance, but St. Mary's stops that advance, set it up, and they'll send it back down. And out of bounds to Cascade Christian. Early on here, second half, 2-0 lead for Cascade Christian over St. Mary's. St. Mary's trying to get something going. They're playing this one on the backside, on the Cascade Christian side so far, but that shot's going nowhere. Just bounces way, way wide. Westlake will take care of that. And Spurlock will come back to kick it away. Cascade still has it on their side of the field. St. Mary's applying good pressure. Here's a almost had it. Trying it one more time, but no, Cascade Christian gets it away this time, as Tran had it going the right way, but couldn't keep it going that way, and now Cascade Christian will get the ball on the out of bounds. Like I say, we're as you watch this, we're just back and forth right now in the middle of the field. We're just playing between the. Oh, now we have offside. Playing between the well, if we were doing football, which American football, we would be playing between the 20 and the 50. Is what we're basically doing right now. Westlake will grab that one. William Cranenberg sent it ahead, but was anybody there? And there's another one that Westlake is going to stop. He's a pretty good-looking goalkeeper for only being a freshman. A little short, as they say. He's, if I can find him, he's only 5'6". But he can leap. I can guarantee you that. Here we go ahead now. St. Mary's. Ridden off the ball that time by Spurlock. I have to apologize. I don't know who that is. Here we go again. Binion had it for just a minute. Now here comes Cascade the other way. Marinkas. Back. And a score. So there's a goal. Another one for Cascade Christian. And that one comes with about 35 minutes left here in the second half. Three nothing ball game. As Cascade Christian continues to put the pressure on. Undefeated overall, undefeated in league play. You Challenger fans that are watching, you've got a pretty good looking soccer team out here. Don't know how that's going to stack up for next year necessarily, but looking pretty good this year. And they're traveling whites. St. Mary's in their home blues. Here we go again. Okay, thought maybe they're going to get the hat trick, but not so much. Here's another one. Nope, that one's no good. That was McCoy with the shot, but that was wide left. Limley gets rid of it. There's another shot by, I think McCoy told me, Sia Pity. If his parents are listening and I got that wrong, I'll apologize up front. Don't send me 100 texts. I'll be fine someday. He almost had his third one there, but Limley was able to wrap that one up. There's a long boot. And Limley stops that one. Just snagged that one right out of the air. Now Cascade Christian has the game being played on St. Mary's side of the field like they did in the first half. The first few minutes was being played on their side of the field, but they have certainly reversed that at this point. There's a good kick and out of bounds. That was off of Joseph. So we played, we'll be approaching 8 minutes here in just a few minutes. So we got about 30 right there. We got about 32 minutes left to go in the game. And Joseph will knock it out of bounds again. So that'll bring up another corner kick for an inbound for St. Mary's. St. Mary's trying to take advantage of the inbound, but couldn't do so and bring it all the way back. As they say in football, bring it all the way back. And we'll do it all over again. All right, now we're ready. Inbounding it, dribbling it, but this time McCoy takes it for Cascade Christian. Yeah. The ball was out of bounds. A little delayed call. There's another one out of bounds. Cranenberg trying to get it ahead. Can't do it. Ridden off by Spurlock. But it won't be. I'm going to get Spurlock for a foul. Wondering if 33 is Jeffrey Woollett. I don't know who it is exactly, but I don't see a 23 anywhere. So wonder if he went from 33 to 23. There's a good stop by Westlake. Gets up in the air and just snags that one. He'll bring it out and punt it away. St. Mary's will try to control it. They're struggling. Marinkas banged it down the way. They say it went off of St. Mary's. McCoy trying to do something. Can he get it to the center? He can, and it's in. And we'll try and grab that one. I think we just had the hat trick performed. Trying to see if it's number 1 or number 8. It was number 8. And so that one comes with about the 36-minute mark to go. St. Mary's is right back down there. It's getting dangerous. It's actually at the 29-minute mark. That makes more sense to my brain. I'll say, Mary, there's a long boot by McCoy. That goes way over everything, including the fence is supposed to keep things from going way over everything. Today's game is brought to you in part by My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunching your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins with My Circle K. The John L. Scott scoreboard now shows it's a 4-0 lead for the Challengers, as they've just pressured and pressured and pressured the St. Mary's defense. That's a good kick out of there by Limley. That gets it out of trouble a little bit. Hewitt trying to find something to do with it. But it's Binion. Offside. Offside. You know, if the official on the near side here is any indication, it's getting colder down there. He's not looking like he's real comfortable weather-wise out there at the moment. We're up and isolated a little bit, but looks like it's getting colder down there. Here comes Cascade again. But this time Limley gets it stopped. And he'll punt this one away. Cascade trying to get it back to the middle. There goes McCoy. Nope. Can't get it done. It's going to be punched out of bounds by Lockwood. Now we're deep into St. Mary's territory. This gets dangerous at this point. William Cranenberg, gets it over to number 28, whose name we don't have. Cascade trying to push it forward. And 28 can't control it. It'll be knocked out of bounds by Joseph. And they'll re-inbound it with Cascade Christian doing it. St. Mary's didn't get it quite right, according to the official. And it's a goal over the end line. So Limley sets up. It's going to be controlled by Cascade Christian. Unfortunately, St. Mary's trying to get it going. They kick it down to the other end. And they'll send it back to Westlake, who will boot that thing out of there. Back to about midfield. And out of bounds it goes. Fans, you can help keep Table Rock Sports in the game by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Search Table Rock Sports at youtube.com and click on the red subscribe button to help us continue to cover the action. Spurlock bangs it out of there. They played, the Cascade defense has been as good as advertised. But what has probably been just as impressive, if you're a Challenger fan, is the fact that they've been able to keep the pressure on St. Mary's up with their offense. They've played a lot of this ball game on the St. Mary's side of the field. Oh, that didn't work out. They'll just send this back to Limley. Limley is stopped, though, and he's going to grab that one. Cascade Christian right there to knock it back, but he was able to recover. Still on their St. Mary's side of the field, though. Here's a shot. Limley will handle that one. Now, they say he didn't, well, he handled it, but unfortunately he handled it and went out of bounds. That'll set up, I believe, a corner kick for the official is standing, so we'll have a corner kick for Cascade Christian. These things are always highly dangerous. To the middle and in. So there's another goal. And this one, with about 23 minutes to go. I don't know if I caught who scored it. Did you catch who scored that one? 6? 9. Spurlock. So Spurlock gets the goal. Or at least that's who we're giving it to. We're quite unofficial. And one more time, here comes Cascade Christian. They've had a lot of pressure on the St. Mary's team. It's Cascade Christian ball after it goes out of bounds. We're down to about 22 minutes to go in the game. Ooh, there we go. Here comes St. Mary's now. They've got a 2-on-1. Binion, wide, left. There's a 2-on-1. Couldn't get the pass over to his fellow player, though, and that was that. And now we're going to have a stoppage of action as we have a player down. Looks like, out of all the numbers I'm seeing, it's Binion. Looks like maybe cramped up. Well, we won't work on that too hard. Please take time to thank our great sponsors who make this great high school athletic action available for you, including our title sponsor. It is Binion, by the way, walking off the field. Our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler. Visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. I assume Mr. Binion will be back out on the field soon as he has his shoe off and looking at it like maybe he's got a cramp of some kind, but not sure. A little hard to diagnose injuries from this far away. The benches are on the far side of the field from where the press box is located. And with all of that, we'll get ourselves reset again. Take off and get going, and it'll be Mr. Westlake to get us going again. So we've had probably about a 3-minute stoppage right there. See if Cascade Christian continues to put on the pressure. Right now, St. Mary's is putting on the pressure, and there Cascade Christian gets it out of there. There's a run, there's a stop. Marinka's had it for a moment. There's a shot on goal that isn't real strong by Joseph. They'll set it up again. Back out to the middle. Nope, can't get the shot off. St. Mary's stops that drive. Joseph, though, will come and take it. Out of bounds it'll go. Well, they had it there for a second, but couldn't quite get it all together quickly enough. McCoy to Joseph. And back out of bounds it goes, and inbounding it will be the one we don't have a number for. Or a name. We got a number on him, but no name. Friesen trying to chase it down, and does. Gets it over to the far side of the field. And here comes Cascade Christian again. Now, here we go. Oh, tried to cross pass. Oh, they're going to try it again. St. Mary still has it. Trying to put it back in the middle. There's a shot that goes high and wide. Yeah, they just missed on the first cross from right to left. And just a little bit too far. Otherwise, they had that one set up. There's a long boot. And they'll call it for Cascade Christian as Marinkas was driven to the ground by a St. Mary's player. Still working on Luke Binion over there, so it's a little more than a cramp apparently. Cascade Christian trying to add to their 5-0 lead. They play good defense, but they're also an offensive scoring machine. They put up 30-some points in just 4 games, so not like they don't know how to score. But they just play such good defense, you're in awe. I mean, there's only they're only one of 3 teams, I think, in all the classifications around the state that have allowed 2 goals. That's pretty amazing when you consider how many high schools there are. So they've played really stellar defense, but their offense looks pretty good. St. Mary's is having trouble with this defense trying to find a way to get through it. There's a long pass, but that's going to be taken by Hewitt. And then St. Mary's gets there, and they're going to kick that away. Here comes another. Can you cross it? Can you get it crossed? Struggling to get it crossed. Working at it, and then it'll be knocked out of bounds by Joseph. I was number 33. I'm not sure who that is either because I don't have a 33 on a roster that I printed out, but I'm wondering if it's Jeffrey Woollett. But I don't know that for a fact, and if it isn't, we apologize to the Woollett family. And out of bounds, that one goes to Cascade Christian. And now a substitution. Number 16 going out for Cascade Christian. It's Samuel Hewitt. And coming into the game, trying to get the number. That's Spurlock, who had been sitting on the bench for a little bit, resting. But he's back. There we go. So, no, thought St. Mary's had a shot at it that time, but wasn't to be. As Hewitt chases it out of bounds, trying to get there was Deo, but he couldn't make it. So Cascade Christian will boot this one away. Way deep. Spurlock trying to chase it down. He gets it ahead. There's Marinkus. Marinkus fires, and that one rolls just to the left. Just to the left. I'm thinking we have about 16 minutes to go. But that's my unofficial in the head keeping track. Joseph knocks it out of bounds. Trying to figure out who that might have been. I heard somebody yell his name. But I don't have a Jonah on my roster, so I still don't know who it is. But it wasn't who I thought it was. And that'll be St. Mary's ball. As I think there was another offside on Cascade Christian. So William Cranenberg takes it back and back to almost the goal area. And here comes St. Mary's trying to find the goal. And Cascade Christian has it back in their feet. Trying to go to the middle, aiming for Spurlock. Here's, Joseph and Spurlock were going at it. Rode each other off the ball. There's a good fake by Spurlock, and he'll fire a bit limbly. He'll take that one out of the air and then punt it back the other way, where Hewitt will get it under control for the challengers. McCoy sends it ahead. Over to Joseph it goes, right back into the middle of the Spurlock. St. Mary's trying to get that thing out of there. There they go. It's way down there. Look at McCoy go. He's got some speed. Manages to knock it out of bounds, and now St. Mary's will have to set up, but that play gave Cascade Christian time to bring its defense back. Joseph will inbound it after St. Mary. No. That was a good try. Faked me out. St. Mary's ball. Inbounding it is Kronk. And now McCoy will get that out of there. Oh, Marinkas chases it down. Still has it under control. Takes it out. Now he'll bring it back. There's a shot that's going to go, well, wide to the right, and so far wide to the right, I'm not even sure if they would call it a shot. I'm estimating we have about 13 minutes left in this, and Joseph is down. So forget what I just said about 13 minutes. We've got a little longer than that to go, apparently. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family-run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. For the St. Mary's people, the next St. Mary's broadcast is going to be Friday night. At least that's the next one I'll be doing. Well, Sutherland will be here for football. And we're getting close to the end of this fall sports and spring. After this week, I think we only have 2 weeks left to go. We're down to about somewhere the first weekend of April. Joseph definitely has a cramp. They're really working hard on him right there in front of us. Like I tell people, all you have to do is have one cramp and you know you're in trouble, because they hurt like crazy. He's up. They're going to bring him here to the near sideline. And coming in to take Joseph's place is going to be Connor Willis. Cascade can't afford to have anybody out of the game. I'll tell you that. They only got 2 subs. So they can't afford to lose anybody. They've got nothing left on the bench. I see 1 sub. But he hasn't played 1 minute of the game yet, as far as I know. So I don't know if that's real encouraging. What, do you have the official time for the game? Mm-hmm. Oh, good. 29 minutes is what we have. Excuse me. I got something wrong with something in my throat. Now we got another stoppage. Now what do we have going? We're going to have an officials conference. The Medical Eye Center of Medford is helping bring you today's action. They have a wide range of eye care services for the whole family. Visit medicaleyecenter.com to learn how they might help your vision needs. And now we're inspecting the soccer ball. Here we go. Now the official drops it. And we're on. St. Mary's gets it down the field. That's Dale with it. Can he do anything? No. A lot of footwork, but not much happened on that one. St. Mary's gets it back. Let's try it again. Looking to avoid the shutout. Won't happen on that shot, as William Cranenberg took it, and on a bounce, Westlake stops it. St. Mary's will try it one more time. They can't, as Cascade takes it back. Now here they come with the pressure. McCoy fires it ahead, looking for Marinkas, but that wasn't going to happen as St. Mary's blocked that idea. Out of bounds, St. Mary's ball. Had quite a bit of stoppage here in the second half. Now we have another offside. So Cascade will set up and get going the other direction. Into the middle. Now the sun comes out. St. Mary's is looking to get something done. Well, they had Friesen down there, but Friesen couldn't get it turned back to the middle to give them, the Crusaders, a good shot. So with that, Westlake will kick it out of there for Cascade. Sends it over to McCoy. Ooh. Well, this is getting dangerous as they have to do something. There we go. Now Cascade's got it. Spurlock stops. Passes back. There's a long shot that goes off the football goal post. Crowell with that shot for Cascade. Limley kicked it, kicking away his players, but Marinka steals it. I'll take him back, but Cascade will retain possession. Again, we're seeing Cascade play a lot of this game down here on the St. Mary's side of the field. Into the middle it goes. Spurlock. Nope. Couldn't get it off. As Willis had a shot, it may be taking a shot, but he couldn't get there. Spurlock has ridden off the ball. Here we go. McCoy's going to get to this one first for Cascade. He'll bring it back to the right side of the field. I think that's the left side of the field for him. Now he bangs it long. Marinkas has it. Sends it ahead to Spurlock. Spurlock fires, but Limley was right there. Limley was probably only about 2 feet away. St. Mary's fans below us hoping that something happens here in the next few minutes. St. Mary's is having a hard time getting it across midfield. We got a player down. Yeah, now that's not good. It's Levi. See a pity. He's down. I don't think Cascade has any players left. Well, it looks like it. They got one player they can bring off the bench. Is he up? He's up. But he's going to have to be step out of the game for a moment, is he not? No. He's going to stay. It's kind of what happens when you're down to one sub. You get hurt, you just keep playing. Ryan Crowell fires a long, long shot from about the 30-yard mark of the football field that was nowhere close. And that'll go St. Mary's way as we get down to something. Let the man find his buttons. Oh, so we're about 6 minutes to go. There we go. Here goes St. Mary's on it. Can they keep it up? No. Driven off the ball. One more time, and out ahead that time was Leonardo Kronk, but he couldn't keep it as Cascade was there to take it. There's hands. There's hands. Yeah. William Kronkenberg fired that one over to Christian Kronkenberg. And Christopher reached up and stopped it with his hands. Cascade quickly down to the other end, putting pressure on St. Mary's again. Friesen. Woollett trying to go somewhere, but he couldn't go. Tripping over the ball. Was Kronk. Cascade looking to, unfortunately for St. Mary's, they're looking for number 6. They're not letting up here, even though we're under 10 minutes to go, and that'll go out of bounds. St. Mary's direction. Here's pressure again being put on, but St. Mary's will stop that one and see if they can come the other way with it. Nope. Cascade takes it in midfield, and now we're just going back and forth. Neither team really controlling the ball, just banging it to stay out of trouble mostly. They're dribbling it nicely down the way is Malecki. And finally goes over the end line, and so Limley will take care of things. I think it's actually Malecki is what I was told it was, Malecki on that dribble, but went over the end line, so Limley, once the substitutions are made, and coming into the game and immediately impacting it was Samuel Hewitt. Cascade trying to get this to the middle and see if they can't get another score. Coming around with it this time is Kronk. Kronk trying to go. Now he'll go back to the middle of the field, but that'll be taken away by Cascade. Spurlock stops. Nope. That finally gets booted out of there by Lockwood. Inbounding it is Crowell for Cascade. Now he has it on his foot to the middle. Shot, but Limley blocks. That was Melvin with that one. That wasn't a real tough block that Limley had to make. McCoy, and McCoy will just send it back to his goalkeeper, Westlake. Westlake will take care of things. I think we're down to about 2 minutes to go on my unofficial clock. So Cascade's going to get the shutout quite conceivably unless something happens here quickly. Right now they have it back down on the St. Mary's end of the field. And that long kick by St. Mary's isn't going to do much because Cascade's going to take control. And here they come right back at you. Hewitt with it over to Parker. Parker sends it long. And again, Cascade will control. Trying to get it to the middle, but there's more Cascade players there than there are St. Mary's players at the moment. Mielke gets it ahead to Willis. To Spurlock. Spurlock went left with it. One he was passing to went to the right, so St. Mary's took it, but only briefly. Cascade trying to work it back to the middle again. Finally, that Hewitt is ridden off the ball. And that is going to be the ball game, is what they're saying. So, we'll take a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard, which shows it's not halftime, people. It's the end of the game, and it's not overtime too either. If I can get my cursor to join me, it would be a wonderful moment. So, at the end of the game, it shows Cascade 5, St. Mary's nothing. We'll be back with the My Circle K GP Energy post-game show, as you've been listening to. The Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, a presentation of TableRockSports.com. Not net, excuse me.
My Circle K powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
And welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. This one is won by a final of 5-0. Cascade Christian over St. Mary's in boys soccer. Welcome to the My Circle K, powered by GP Energy post-game show. Well, it was all Cascade when it comes to the scoring, and I have see a pity down for a hat trick. At least that's what I'm unofficially giving him. But McCoy scored first, only about a minute to go in the first half. I mean, he was a minute gone, and he was on the board already with a goal. That was followed up with about 4 minutes to go as Ciapetti put in his first. And then with the 30, close to the 35-minute mark, Ciapetti scored his third in the second half. And in the 29-minute mark of the second half, he scored again, giving him 3 on the night. And with about 23 minutes left in the game, Spurlock scored. And that made it 5-0 as Cascade dominated this one this evening. And they continue their extremely stellar defense. I'll tell you that right now is another shutout. They've only allowed 2 goals in 5 games, so they got the challengers have a wonderful, wonderful defense that they can be really proud of, and it'll probably carry them quite a ways at some point. Of course, again, there's no playoffs this year, so we don't know what all that means. A look at the John L. Scott scoreboard shows that the final is Cascade Christian 5, St. Mary's 0. This is the Lithia Superstore game of the week. We'll be right back after this break on TableRockSports.net.
Coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine not so far away that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
We'd like to thank you for watching today's broadcast. We'd like to thank St. Mary's High School for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net. Our next Table Rock Sports production as far as St. Mary's go will be Friday when Sutherland comes to town with the football team. And so they'll line up. St. Mary's Crusaders football team last week got their first win by defeating Brookings Harbor. So they'll be looking maybe to keep that small winning streak going in a forward direction. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard is Cascade 5, St. Mary's 0. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. The executive producer is Joe Brett. With Caleb Franklin, I'm Terry Ross saying thanks for watching and good night from U.S. Cellular Park in Medford, Oregon.
First comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.